السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. ربي اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. Today in this short lecture, we are going to learn about a special type of la that is called la al-mutarida. So la al-mutarida is a la that you are going to find between two grammatically connected words. So if you find la between two grammatically connected words, you are going to call that la al-mutarida. Important feature of this la is that it is one of the subtypes of la ghair amila. So what does it mean? It means it's not going to change i'rab of what follows it. The word that comes after this la remains unchanged in i'rab. It has no effect on the i'rab of a word that follows it. Therefore, it is one of the subtypes of la ghair amila, just like la lil mudare, la lil madin. This is also going to be la ghair amila. So, what are the places where you are going to expect to find la al mutarida are on my slide. There are 6 cases only where if you find la in between these two words, you are going to call your la al mutarida. The first case is going to be if Allah is found between jar wal majroor, as we can see here in an example, qadartu bila ta'khirin, bi harjar ta'khirin, ta'khirin is your ism majroor, and you find your la in between jar wal majroor, you call this la al mutarida. If you find la between al-jazim wal-majzoom. So al-jazim, when I say al-jazim, it can be ism jazim, it can be harf jazim. If you find a la between ism jazim or harf jazim and mudare majzoom, your la is going to be labeled as la al-mutarida. Here, man la yarham, la yurham. Illa taf'alu. So in la taf'alu. So here again la found in between in and taf'alu is going to be la al-mutarida. This la found between man, which is ism shart jazim, is going to be la al-mutarida since it is present between ism jazim and mudare majzoom yarham. If you find la in between harf nasb and mudare mansoob, you are going to call that la al-mutarida. As you can see here, Allah tatghaw, and this is an example from Surah Ar-Rahman. So la here is going to be la al-mutarida. If you find la in between al-mubtada wal-khabar, al-mawsuf was-sifa, and between sahibul hal and hal, your la is going to be la al-mutarida. An important feature in all these last 3 mentioned cases is that in this case, if la al-mutarida is found between mubtada and khabar, mawsuf was sifa, sahibul hal and hal, you will notice it is followed by la zaida litokidin nafi. In all these last 3 cases, which were بين المبتدا والخبر بين الموصوف والصفة بين صاحب الحال والحال. So here I can show you أنت لا مجتهد. أنت مبتدا مجتهد is going to be khabar of anta, and la is found between mubtada and khabar. Therefore, I am going to call this la al-mutarida. And notice here, you are noticing that here this la is followed by another la that is preceded by a waw, and it is followed by ism mufrad, and it is also preceded by negation. So this second la in this case is going to be la zaida li tokidin nafi. Again, in the second example, where la al-mutarida is found between mawsuf wa sifa, you notice here innaha baqaratun la faridun. Baqarah, mawsuf, farid is going to be the sifa, and la is present between mawsuf wa sifa. Again, in this case, we notice that it is followed by la zaida li tokidin nafi, and which is always preceded by waw. and negation, and it is always followed by either an ism mufrad, which is the case in the second example as well, or it can be followed by shubhu jumla. The last case where you find la mutarida is going to be between sahibul hal and hal, and here you see jaa zaidun la dahikan. So zaidun is sahibul hal, dahikan is hal or zaid, and there is a la in between sahibul hal and hal, so it is going to be labeled as la al mutarida. And you notice again in this case, this la is followed by an additional la that is preceded by waw and negation and is followed by ism mufrad and is called la zaida li tawkid nafi. So if there is la mutarida found between mubtada and khabar, mawsoof wa sifa, sahibul hal and hal, there you will find la zaida li tawkid nafi following it. In the first three cases, which were the cases when La al Mutarida was present between Jar wal Majroor, Al Jazim wal Majzoom, and Nasib wal Mansoob, you do not expect to see La Zaida Litokidin Nafi. However, the last three cases are always expected to be followed by La Zaida Litokidin Nafi. I hope you find the session beneficial. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك نشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت نستغفرك ونتوب إليك السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته